Until you have a group of people that decide to consistently be better than what they reject, you're going to have people in the exact position they are right now, Don, which is no matter what happens, everybody sticks with their team.
We're going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to? Yes, what you're going to have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is. If Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts, and they can do that amendment, and they can get it passed. I woke up and I saw these headlines like, Don Lemon is calling for the abolishing the Electoral College.
Blow it all up, you
but
said.
I was responding to you when you said we want people with integrity.
I wasn't even there.
No, but let me tell you. And I said, man, here's what Democrats can do.
Right.
And I said, that's the danger. They can, stack the court. But all of a sudden, I am calling for the abolishing of the Electoral College. And what else did they say? Oh, and that I'm a Democrat because I said we. I mean, the American people.
Right.
But anyway.
These guys are just unbelievable liars. Just when you think the gaslighting can't get any more intense and in your face, CNN ups the ante. They aren't professional journalists or reporters over at CNN, but they're masterful when it comes to blatantly lying with a big shit-eating grin on their face. Their standard operating procedure documentation must be titled, How to Literally Spit in Someone's Face and Tell Them It's Raining. Yesterday, you may have missed my late video about Don Lemon losing his mind over the fact that Trump's going to get a third SCOTUS pick, and he actually called for these things: electing Joe Biden, blowing up the system, stacking the courts with leftist judges, and abolishing the Electoral College. Now, to set up this clip, Don Lemon is complaining that Republicans are hypocritical, making a power grab, and Democrats are basically hapless rubes who are, quote, wetting the bed. Don Lemon thinks that Democrats are just going to let Republicans fill the seat, and Cuomo disagrees, and surprisingly admits that both sides are hypocrites. Even though I'd argue that Republicans aren't hypocrites in this case, because Obama was a lame duck with no chance of re-election, and that's not the case with Trump. But whatever. Cuomo says that both sides have to be principled in order for this thing to work. And that's when Don Lemon says this.
Everybody sticks
We're
with their
going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to? Yes, what you're going to have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is. If Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts and they can do that amendment and they can get it passed. I woke up and I saw these headlines like, Don Lemon is calling for the abolishing the Electoral College.
Blow it all up, you
but
said.
I was responding to you when you said we want people with integrity.
I wasn't even there.
No, but let me tell you.
Okay, I didn't hear him mention anything about his scenario being a danger. He just seemed like he was really mad that Republicans were going to confirm Trump's pick, so he launched into this wish list of what Democrats should do. Lemon pretends like he would never seriously suggest these things, but that is common rhetoric on the left and on CNN in particular. Jeffrey Toobin just tweeted out that Democrats should stack the courts. And when it comes to abolition of the Electoral College, it's been another popular topic in the media and on the left ever since Trump was elected. Lemon and Cuomo's revisionist history and attempts to dismiss Lemon's rant as a tale of caution rather than an endorsement isn't really making any sense. This is most likely why Chris Cuomo decides to inject race into their defense for anyone who might not be buying the BS they're spewing.
But I'll tell you this.
I lost my pen.
A black guy can't say that he wants to blow anything up right now. I mean,
what is wrong with you?
People are waiting for you to come and destroy their houses.
Oh my gosh,
with
I
people
know.
like me, your kooky white friends.
I know, it's crazy, right?
So you can't say you want to blow stuff up because you're playing into the narrative.
So you can say that, you can say that, whoa. You can say that, but I can't. See, I would get in trouble because then, you know, Don Lemon is joking about violence. And
you have to. We have to mock it. We have to mock the intention to demonize people. You have to mock it.
Oh, come on! This has absolutely zero to do with race. Chris Cuomo, who is white, received all sorts of backlash for saying that protests aren't supposed to be peaceful. Cuomo has received a lot of backlash for a lot of stupid things that he's said and done.
And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful. And please.
There's the First Amendment. You just gotta look it up.
And people aren't so much worried about black people showing up into their neighborhoods for the purposes of rioting, but rather white left-wing communists from groups like Antifa. That's another thing that CNN has been doing for the last few years, trying to frame the right's apprehension of Antifa and similar groups as a fear of black people. And again, Jeffrey Toobin did this very thing, characterizing Antifa as being perceived as African American.
Antifa is widely perceived as an African American organization. This is about black versus white. This is about Donald Trump's appeal to racism.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Nobody thinks Antifa is a group of African Americans. If the backlash against what Don Lemon said is all based on his skin color, then why was Cuomo making all those funny faces during the segment? Seriously, the entire time that Lemon is ranting, Cuomo looks like he's having a series of embolisms. Did he do that because Don Lemon is a black man, or because what he said was insane? And what about Don Lemon's defense for saying that he wanted Democrats to abolish the Electoral College?
I do think that we need to look at the Electoral College because I think that it disenfranchises voters, both Democrats and Republicans. So I do think it should be looked at because I think it does disenfranchise certain people. Should it be abolished? It's not for me to say. I'm saying this is what Democrats are saying.
But that's not at all what he said on Monday. He made the exact opposite argument, apparently not understanding that the Electoral College was put in place to give the minority vote a voice.
You know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know about
you know
that.
what we're going to, yes,
Yeah.
what you have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is.
But you need a constitutional amendment to do that.
So yeah, just more deflection, misdirection, and deception from the MLB of gaslighting. That's all for this episode. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell notification while you're at it so you can actually see updates about new content. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by checking out all the options in the description or pinned comment. Thanks for watching. Keep coming back.